keep it a buck with you. Like, I haven't bought like on page as far as actual comic books that you want to read. DC has them beat. I really
Hmm.
don't care to read Marvel comics. I'm not really too interested in reading Marvel comics. I ain't even read Secret Wars back in 2015. I ain't even caught up on that. But
Mm.
realistically, on page, the only comic book characters that I really want to read up on the Marvel side of the street are Doctor Doom, Black Panther, and maybe X Men.
Mm.
And my
Yeah,
man,
man.
my man Silver Surfer, because that's my guy right there. But other than that, like I'm not really too interested in Marvel comics.
Yeah, I noticed that too, man. Like we've been on this DC train since Rebirth, you know what I'm saying? And when I go to the shop, man, Marvel is just like almost invisible to me now. I mean, with DC, the other side of DC history with Black Lightning. I mean, with
Hmm.
the DC Black Label, that's like some intriguing shit they got there. I mean, those are like your alternate reality storylines. Just DC just seems to be getting shit that I want to read as an adult, man. I don't know why.
Right,
You know, like
right.
it's just what it is. It's just the shit that intrigues me. Marvel is just kind of man. I mean, they're all on Venom, man. I can't be reading no. I don't can't, bro. I can't be reading no Venom, man. I don't care how
Nah,
good they say Donnie Coates' run in Venom. They say his run is phenomenal. This and this and that. I'm like, bro, I'm not. The only thing on Marvel that I fuck with heavily that I need to
hmm.
catch up on is the Immortal Hulk by Al Ewing. I
Okay.
heard the Immortal Hulk is the best run of Hulk ever. Like it's up there, number two or one, and it's a
So
Black Rider too. Like he's killing this
okay.
shit.
So with Marvel Comics, not Marvel Studios, with Marvel Comics, I feel like they've been taking a victory lap for the last decade
Hmm.
because Marvel Studios, in a lot of ways, through business dealings, through them being under a multimedia umbrella, has actually became Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios, for all intents and purposes, is Marvel Comics because you're getting what you want to see live action.
Hmm.
They've been taking a victory lap for the last decade. And a lot of that could have something to do with the fact that they didn't have the rights to everything that they had, which is why they tried to make X Men, you know what I'm saying? They tried to rebrand X Men as the Eternals, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
But, who gives a fuck about the Eternals? Or was it the Externals? I don't even know.
the the internals, the Inhumans, whatever, man. They're fucking
My
fake
bad.
ass
Yeah.
mutants. Fake
Right.
ass
So
mutants.
right. It was the Inhumans that they tried to rebrand as the new X Men.
No
But
one bought those books.
like on page, it's just crazy to think about this because some of the seminal titles within this medium came from Marvel comic books, right? X Men Days of Future Past, you know what I'm saying? Age of Apocalypse. You know what I mean? Like some of these are seminal titles. Spider Man, the Amazing Spider Man. But at some point, in my opinion, I think post Civil War and Marvel Comics, they've been looking for something on print to really put onto the scoreboard, and they haven't found it yet. There's one book. There's one book out there that I still want to read that I haven't read yet, bro. I'll tell you what it is right now. Um,
Alright.
Brian Michael Bendis wrote this book when me and you still might have been in high school. Daredevil End of Days. Have you heard of
Hmm.
that?
No, I knew he had a run in Daredevil. I haven't heard End of Days.
I could be wrong on this, but Daredevil End of Days is definitely one I've been I've been meaning to read this book since I was still in high school, bro. I remember going on fucking Wikipedia and seeing the artwork for Daredevil End of Days, waiting for it to come out, and I never got around to it. Let's see here.
Mm.
Yes, Brian Michael Bendis wrote Daredevil in the Days back in 2012. So I was a junior in high school back in 2007. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Uh-huh.
Reading that this book was anticipated, and it didn't come out until 2012.
Damn.
But like, but
Shit.
yeah, man, like that's one of the books from Marvel that I need to read. But post Civil War and like Old Man Logan, like what are they really doing on page that has moved anything? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. They
They
did
had to do,
Spider-Verse.
yeah, they did Spider Verse, but they had to do Civil War Part Two, and then some shit where Deadpool kills. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what are they
Deadpool
really?
kills Deadpool.
Yeah, what are they really doing on page that's like pushing anything? You know what I'm saying? Or are they just, you know what I'm saying, jogging in place doing a victory lap?
I think the last story they had was the one you're actually missing is Secret Wars 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That was a phenomenal book. Jonathan Hickman, I would say that would be his magnus opus. With the art, they stuck with one artist the whole time. I mean, God Doom, the multiverse being the way he orchestrated and made a whole new universe with the Marvel characters and legacy, and it all really boiled down to Reed versus Victor in the end. And I like that storyline. I like that, despite all the elements that he did and all the cool shit that he did of having Doom piece together reality on an Earth where the Fantastic Four never existed, and he took Reed's family, he took Sue for his wife and his kids as his kids. Yo, fucking man, I'm telling you, that shit got personal. That shit
Yeah.
got personal, man. Literally, Sue looks at him and he's like, "Who's that guy?" Like
Hey
this,
yo.
stole this man's family. He was foul as fuck for that, man. He made the Human Torch the son. The thing was caged up in some castle. Yo, Doom was on his shit. He had
Oh man.
he killed Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was like, you know what? We had this agreement to save reality. I didn't want the burdens and responsibilities of being a god, and
Mm-hmm.
he let Doom have it, and Doctor Strange regretted it. Saved Reed and Black Panther and the rest of the team who survived the incursion. Doom kills him on the spot for his betrayal and said that Mr. Fantastic, dude, that whole story was dope, man. If you ever get a chance, get in the paper trade because the artwork is like it's like almost like it's hand painted. It's got like a hand painted
Man.
or oil. One of the greatest Black Panther moments
Yes.
in his comic book histories in that fucking book, man.
Call it
When
out.
he
Call it out.
oh man, when him and Namor come out the portal
Hold on.
with the
Hold
army
on.
of dead
Hold
with
on.
the
Hold
Infinity
on. Hold
Gauntlet
on.
on his hand, bro.
Hold on. So let's back up here real quick. So what issue is this in? Because I need to read this. I
Uh,
need this to
Start from one because you're not. It's in Secret Wars 7 out of 8. It was the
okay.
second to last issue,
I,
but
I
is
yes.
there's a whole lead up. There's a whole lead up to this event. The new Avengers with Illuminati. It was Doctor. Dude, there's a whole shit leading up to this whole shit, man. And
So so
that
in
was the
your
last
opinion,
storyline that was strong for
I
Marvel.
got
After
you.
that, they know.
So post new so post Secret Wars because I was in tech school in 2015 when that new Secret Wars when that new Secret Wars run got started. So post Secret Wars, nothing on page over at Marvel Comics has been monumental in any way, right?
No, nothing.
So I think, in my personal opinion, I think that over there they made the conscious decision to not really do too much.
Yeah.
Everything that you're seeing at Marvel Comics currently, I think, is more of test run for what they can try to get off live action.
Oh, most definitely.
They are no longer in the business of trying to do things that are pushing the medium forward because they don't really have to. And I mean, that could be good and it could be bad. You know, it remains to be seen how all of that plays out. But I will say this for sure. There are two things that DC currently might have the edge over Marvel by slight margin, and I'm interested to know if you agree with me.
All right, go
On
ahead,
print,
man.
on print, they have the edge, and before we got into this streaming era, they had the edge in terms of animation.
Hmm.
The
Oh yeah.
Marvel animated whatever they were doing there were, I'm not gonna say they was trash, but the effort, there was definitely a lack of effort. The only good thing that came out of Marvel animation, if we're being real, was Hulk versus Wolverine and World War Hulk.
Oh
Like
yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
I never watched The Amazing Spider-Man on fucking whatever. I never watched that. I never got into the Guardians of the Galaxy animated series. Even if those were good, I mean, I don't got time like that. But I can, if I see a trailer on YouTube for the next DC animated feature, I'm definitely gonna go out of my way to see that. I watched Superman Red Son. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like one of these days, bro, we'll do a movie of the week on Under the Red Hood because that's one of the best joints they put out.